There we go.
Wow, Christmas just threw up all over you.
Hey, look, right, I have 2 terrible Christmas shirts. Two of them.
That's too many.
I only get to wear them for 1 month of the year, so I might as well enjoy them.
That is horrible.
It's nice to see you made an effort. Is this one of your new black tops?
No, this is my favourite. This is my good luck black top. So I'm actually
This
wearing
is the good luck black top.
Yeah, so I'm wearing it because it's for special occasions only.
For special occasions, what you mean? Like our last episode?
Yes. Not ever.
Year.
Not ever. Just FYI. People, I was going to say, my people are cheering way too loud when we said, this is our last episode. Everyone's like, yeah, get them fucking off YouTube. But no, not ever, just for this year. So, yes.
Not ever. Not ever. I
Yes.
mean, I tell you what, Des, seems as though it is our last episode. How about you do the intro as a bit of a Christmas treat?
I don't even know what the intro is.
Do you know how many? We have done 99 episodes together.
No, we
How do you
haven't.
know what the intro is?
There's no way we've done 99 episodes.
We have. We've uploaded it. Well, oh no, that includes all our thing. No, so we are at.
We're about like 60 something.
60. Yeah, we're at 60 something. But I forgot they includes all the YouTube shorts. But anyway, we are at 60. But even then, we are at 60 odd episodes. You should know the intro by now.
No, because I never have to do it. I just have to sit here and look pretty, and even that's hard sometimes.
Dorks Down Under.
But no.
Right, well, over to me then. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Jordan here from... I knew it's the wrong intro.
Oh my god, so after all that, he fucked up the intro.
It's because I was talking to someone the other day about my other YouTube channel. It's obviously floating around in the back of there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Dorks Down Under. This is season 2. Episode will be 37.
No, because I did 38 like a couple of days ago, I'm sure of it.
Did we? Oh, is this all messed up? What's going on?
Go into the channel, search by video. Party people, this is why we are the most well organised podcast in the...
No. According to this, it's not... Anyway, right, okay, yeah. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is going to be the final episode for Season 2. That's what it's going to be. That's the name of the episode. This is the final one for Season 2. We are... I'm double checking now, because I'm actually terrified what number we're on. Yeah. Oh. Something's gone wrong with our YouTube channel. Anyway, right, we're on episode 30. We are going to be... This is episode 40. This is episode 40.
I was going to say, because we've got 38 episodes up there so far. There's one more that Jordan has in the can, hopefully, for Tuesday. And then there's this bad boy that is just before Christmas. And I feel like it's only fair that when I believe I'm editing this week, aren't I?
Yes, you'll be editing this
So the final thing that comes, there is a little surprise at the end that you may just have to stay for. To be fair, it's not really a surprise. I'm literally just going to end the episode by having the Hans Gruber scene as he falls off the thingo, because we all know that it is not Christmas until Hans Gruber falls off the building.
Agreed. Totally agreed. In fact, I do appreciate the advent calendar you did send me. That
did
advent
you buy
calendar idea. Honest to God, I'm so tempted.
Like everybody knows, Nicole, my old HR manager, called me the Grinch, like to the point where she did the entire office one year and then left my desk completely blank, and I was like, that means more to me than anything. Like, you've just made my Christmas.
Thank you for my perfect gift.
I was like, that has just made my Christmas. But yeah, this is an advent calendar that I will pop up in the chat, because it is just too good.
Yeah, we have to. Right, I'll describe it for those of you who aren't watching us on Spotify or our YouTube channel. We are available there, folks. We're also available on all other good podcasts. Now, basically, he sent me this through randomly. He just literally, I think it was, I don't even know what night it was, but I was sat there on the couch and then suddenly burst into laughter next to Elle, and she was like, "What?" And it's literally this advent calendar. You tick down. It's one of those standard advent calendars that you can tick down the days till Christmas, which is fine. But this is literally like a little sort of slide down counter one of Hans Gruber falling out of Nakatomi Tower, and I was like, yes.
So it's pretty much, so for anybody it is the Nakatomi Tower with the actual days, like the floors numbered in reverse on the way down, and then he's got his little hand kind of out with the gun in hand, and where his hand is the day, and then it goes to 24, and then I'm guessing what happens is you just take him off the tower because he died. But it makes me so happy, and to be fair, I'm not much into Christmas, but this would make me get into Christmas.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes. Funnily enough, I was actually thinking the other day about, because obviously this brings up a very, very controversial subject of whether Die Hard is a Christmas movie, which it is. But there are those people who are wrong, who absolutely are adamant that it is not a Christmas movie. And, they're all wrong, and that's fine. Everyone's allowed, there has to be a negative counterpoint.
Yes.
But, it did get me kind of thinking about, well, hang on, what other Christmas movies that aren't technically Christmas movies are there, sort of thing? And there's some people, because the best thing is that modern day with the internet, someone's already thought of this and started compiling stuff, and it's great. But, like, for example, you've got Mail, right?
Yes,
Tom Hanks, I've got her name now.
Meg Ryan?
Meg Ryan, thank you. Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan. Because, it happens throughout the holidays, blah, 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 and all that jazz. And so some people are adamant that's a Christmas movie.
One that I've heard before that made me laugh was, what was it, Iron Man 3?
Yes!
Is supposedly a Christmas film.
Now, technically, I've never thought about it as a Christmas movie, but since I saw it on the list, I was like...
Oh, so you've actually got a list. Okay.
Oh, yeah, there's a list. I found a list, sort of thing. And I saw it's on the list, and he listed it, and I was like, no, Iron Man 3's not a... Oh, no, it does. It happens at Christmas, and he talks about gift giving. And then I was like, oh, crap, it is a Christmas movie. It is. It has to be now, sort of thing. So Iron Man 3 has to be up there now with something I need to watch. I'm trying to think, oh, my God, there's Die Hard's on this list, of course. I'm trying to think of one. Oh, Gremlins. Gremlins is on the list. The first one.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes. Technically, I think you could easily say the second one as well, because I think it's about the same time of year that it happens.
Yeah.
I think in the TV studio they're filming a Christmas promo.
That's weird because when you think about it, there's so many. Because if you think about it, wasn't Edward Scissorhands? Was it around Christmas or Thanksgiving?
Yes. Edward Scissorhands was at Christmas as well. So then, again, that's on this list as well.
Oh, really? You've actually got a list. I'm just trying to think of other movies that have it.
Edward Scissorhands is on this list. And to be fair, I haven't watched Edward Scissorhands since I was a teenager, and I actually feel like I need to go back and watch it. But I'd see if my sort of parent views now, because obviously the amount of times you end up watching some of these old movies, you go, Christ, I shouldn't have been watching this when I was a kid. But we were anyway.
That means that, obviously you've got some of the ones that are more normal. Like you've got obviously Jingle All the Way. That's kind of that Christmas.
But that's
film.
A Christmas movie.
But then you've got other ones where you've got things like Lethal Weapon was one that happened around Christmas. Because remember they were in that. There was that scene where they were the Christmas trees. Reindeer Games, obviously a great film with Jeremy Renner and Batfleck.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, there is a lot of them when you think about it that happened around Christmas.
What about Batman Returns?
Yeah, because Mr. Freeze is in that, isn't it? And that's
no, not that god awful piece of crap.
Oh, that
we all love and treasure.
Oh, you're the one.
To meet you.
Oh, that's
I'm talking
Michelle
about Penguin.
Pfeiffer with Michelle Pfeiffer.
I'm talking about Michelle Pfeiffer, Catwoman, Danny
DeVito,
Danny DeVito as Penguin. All that good stuff.
I must say though, I've only really seen two Catwomans in movies, and it's been Michelle Pfeiffer, who was an absolute, I would say, somebody that was a sex symbol of her time, and is still to this day very beautiful.
Is what it was.
And I thought she was great. And then when they released the other Catwoman, I was like, Halle Berry. And I kind of loved Halle Berry as Catwoman. The film was god-awful. It was written very poorly.
The film was a gigantic piece of trash, garbage fire. It was... Whichever producer got that signed off should have lost his job.
But there is some funny... I remember watching it after it came out, and I remember seeing... There was a few interviews with Halle Berry about it, because, again, it was... kind of that coming back of the superhero movies where they're still testing the water before we obviously got the Marvel onslaught that is. Yeah. But One thing that was funny is in a lot of the fighting scenes and a lot of the scenes, her stunt double is actually a little Hawaiian dude. And in one scene, supposedly when they 100% when they were watching the actual when her husband were watching I believe it was the premiere. Fuck, talking is hard, bro.
Yes, I know.
When it was the premiere, her husband supposedly leaned over to her at one point in the movie and goes, "Your ass looked great in those pants," and she actually said, "That's my stunt double. I'll let him know." But from memory, it's a little Hawaiian dude that's her stunt double. So there's some useless piece of thingo.
Oh, I'm trying to find. I want to find an image because I'm just like, nah, that can't be true. But I can't find an image of the stunt person involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ashley Earl. Oh, hang on. I think I have. Nope, that's a female. No, completely different. No,
Yeah, Halle Berry was a man. Hawaiian-born. It's Nito Lazar. I'm going to say. I'm probably going to brutalize his name.
Are you going to butcher this?
Yeah, very much so. But it is.
Oh,
it is
Nito Lariozio.
Yeah.
Lariozio? Yeah.
He's a good looking rooster for anybody that is playing in chat.
He's a good looking rooster. Oh,
and according to Halle Berry's husband, he has a great ass.
Yeah, it's a great ass, isn't it?
So I will post it for those people up there, and then I'll post one in chat for Jordan to have a look of. But like,
hey, no, you tell you what, you're not wrong.
Yeah, so he's a little Hawaiian-born stunt producer, and he's been in a lot of movies. So he's as a stunt coordinator, movement, dance. So he's done a fair bit of everything. He was in Avatar. He was in, it looks like, the first Jumanji, obviously the one with The Rock, The Jungle Book.
Yep.
He's been in quite a few. NCIS, Hawaii, Magnum PI, Spider-Man No Way Home. He was an uncredited stunt performer. He was in Shang-Chi. So he's done a few things since he was Halle Berry's butt double. But like, you think of a decent-sized movie, and he was a stunt performer.
I'm about to say, he's actually packing some really big ones, like even Spider-Man No Way Home and all this jazz as well, which is really cool.
And he's been doing it quite some time. And I just remember hearing about that in an interview, and she said, "Oh, listen, this is what happened." But it looks like he's obviously, one of his bigger films was obviously Halle Berry. As Thingo, and then from there he went like from a who's who, Ultraviolet, X-Men, Transformers, The Kingdom. Like, it seems to read like he was in Iron Man, Hancock, the other Transformers. Like, he was in quite a few big films: Avatar, Alice in Wonderland, Lost, The A-Team, Inception. I'm like, wow. But yeah, that is Halle Berry's butt double, as I'm calling him.
Halle Berry's butt double.
But yeah, so that was something that was funny, is that they, that her husband quite liked Halle Berry butt in that movie, but it wasn't actually his.
Well, there you go then.
Yeah.
Another one on this list is The Chronicles of Narnia. Now.
Really?
Yeah. So, when I heard it, I was like, it's not a Christmas movie, but I now know why, because I had a quick read. I now know why everyone considers it a Christmas movie, because when they first go through to Narnia, it's Christmas time.
What, in Narnia?
In Narnia, it's not even Christmas time in the real world.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it was summer and they were getting bombed.
I know. It was just
Here's
one of those things. I was like,
Would you call this a Christmas film? Because it often happens towards the end of the school term. Harry Potter. A lot of Harry Potter ones...
generally, all the Harry Potters technically are Christmas movies because they all feature Christmas.
Towards the end of the film.
They always have it's always halfway through the term, the Christmas, because it's an English... because it's English school system.
Yeah.
And school system starts for England, it starts September, and then it breaks up at Christmas for like a couple of weeks, and then we're back.
Here's a question. We were talking about, was it last week? We were talking about a movie last week that we found out that there was a new version of it coming out. Didn't they have a Christmas pageant?
Which movie were we talking about?
The Mean Girls.
Oh, yes. No, they did.
So that's technically a Christmas film.
Yes. Yeah, the licorice. Yeah, that technically could be. And another good one on this list is Rocky 4.
Which one's Rocky 4? Is that the one with Dolph
It's when
Lundgren?
he fights Ivan Drago.
Yeah.
When he fights Ivan Drago. You know,
There's a man that looks like an absolute brute of a man, and is probably the smartest actor of all time. So, if you don't know, Dolph Lundgren is about 6'6". He is about 290 pounds, which is probably about 140 kilos of pure muscle. He's also a physicist and a chemical engineer, and he has them from He has doctorates in them from Harvard. So that's Doctor Drago to you, mate.
Sorry, Dr. Drago.
Like, seriously, you look at him in these films,
He-
you hear this thick
God,
Russian accent.
Even seeing him in like nowadays in like the Expendables movies, he still looks like an absolute unit at his age, and it's like Jesus Louise. I mean, come on.
Yeah, he's a big
I wish
fella.
I looked half as good as him when I get to his age. I honestly do, because I know I'm not going to look half as good. But dear Lord,
You never know, mate. You're going to the gym, you're looking buff as hell.
Oh no, I'm suffering today, brother. I am suffering.
From the beer or from the gym?
Oh, it's a combination of my week, right? Because as usual, I aim to get to the gym 2 to 3 times a week, right?
Yeah.
That's my standard level now. With that, it's all good. So I went to the gym on Monday, and then we had our big mulch delivery come. Because obviously we're still landscaping the garden.
Oh, mulch.
Because we're landscaping.
I thought you said
Mulch
big monster delivery. I'm like, how many monsters are you drinking that you need a whole delivery? But that makes a lot more sense.
So we had 3 tons delivered, right? Fine. So literally, and because it's actually been nice weather this week, so I finish work, get home, and it's like, right, I'll crack on and start doing some of this mulching, because I don't want it sitting there in the driveway forever, sort of thing.
Come on.
So I've been cracking on literally like every other night, and it's been an absolute struggle on my muscles. It's like, not that I'm only doing like maybe an hour and a half a night, and it's not that bad. But then suddenly, like after about 4 days of it, I was suffering, and then like the idiot that I am, because I had a day off yesterday. We had the full day off yesterday. We were going to the A&P show. There was a neighbourhood little party thing being in the afternoon. And I was like, oh, I've got a couple of hours off in between. I'll go to the gym. What a genius idea that was. Oh my God. I went full tilt, and although I will admit, the definition on my shoulders today looks really nice. It feels really good.
I'm feeling very hunky right now.
I actually can't lift my shoulders. It's so painful. I am in so much agony. I'm actually going to need to have the hottest of showers this evening.
Jesus Christ.
And then get L with the massage gun, which is going to be painful as shit on me.
Are they worth it, those massage guns?
I have to say, I'll tell you one thing. Right, we bought it because obviously and we thought it was a bit of a novelty, and I got a really good deal through. I think it was AliExpress at the time or something, and I go for like $40, and bear in mind they were like 150, and I was like, well, even worst case scenario, I'm only wasting $40, but. Yeah. I'll tell you what, because this is one of these ones that you have all the different levels and settings and all that jazz. So if you put it on like the low, it's like if you put it into the medium level, that's designed to break up lactic acid in your muscles because it vibrates just enough, so it's not too hard and stuff. But yeah, so I have to say it does actually work. It just hurts like an absolute bugger. Like tonight, it's going to kill me. I'll probably be crying like a big baby I am, because it's just not going to be pretty.
Poor little Jordan. I don't understand though why you decided to move 3 tons of mulch and be like, I know it would be great for me.
I was like, you know what, I fancy going to the gym, because obviously I've only been once this week, and my brain was like, oh, we need to go to the gym, because like today I wasn't going to get a chance to go today, being I was on daddy daycare duty, so I was just like, well, I'll go tomorrow, yeah. And then I slammed out an hour. I would say about an hour in the gym, like full weights, and because I'm doing it, I'm trying a new regime at the moment to try and get rid of my love handles and my belly. So it's mainly doing lots of backs and cores and all this jazz, so lots of lateral work. So that's the reason why my shoulders are killing, because I was, a bit, I shouldn't have done that.
Jesus Christ. We're actually going to
yeah,
see him injure himself on...
About here right now. I can get to about just where my shoulders are, and I can start feeling it. But the second I go a little bit it goes no.
No.
So my body is... I am having to listen to my body today and be careful, sort of thing.
Oh, you precious little darling.
I am a very precious little darling today, and I do not care. Genuinely have no care. If I say you can mock me all you want, I have no care. I'm such an... To be fair, I also know it's also my own fault for going to the gym because I decided to do some deadlifts now, which is fine, and I've been pushing myself to try and get back up to where I was.
Is that that one where you literally just have a bar sitting in front of you and you just lift it up to your knees kind of thing, and you just go as heavy as you can? I do not understand that at all.
It's really good for your core. Like it's core, legs. It's so good. Now, before I went on holiday, I was at what was it? I was 80 kilos, and then there's the bar sort of thing, which is probably another five or so.
I thought the
So
bar
I was
was
like
about
that.
12.
But in fact, I took an image of the bar yesterday because I was like, you know what, I'm just going to take an image of the bar and I'm going to send this to Des when we talk on the podcast because you wouldn't believe how stupid I'm being.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've just sent it through to you now. This bar is in total is 105 kilos plus the bar itself.
It's weird though because it just feels like you're lifting it up like a foot and a half.
Basically, what this is me trying to lift myself at the moment because as of this morning I'm like 112, so I'm getting close to trying to lift me in one shot.
Yeah. I can respect you for lifting that much. Like it's impressive, but in my head it doesn't feel like it's that hard. Yeah, but that's the thing, though. It doesn't feel like... For me, it makes me feel like just awkward, because I'm like, what do? You just lift it once, and you lift it like a foot and a half off the ground.
Yeah, but it's pushing your muscles to, like, stupid extremes.
Yeah, but the problem with that, too, though, is I'm afraid you're going to injure yourself.
Oh, yeah, I have. I'm about to say, there's another reason why my shoulders and my arms, and especially my quads on the front of my legs, they are burnt. They're burnt to boogery today. I have... because I always do deadlifts. If I ever decide to do deadlifts, I always do it last. It's my last exercise. Because at that point, my muscles are generally spent, and it's like, right, this is just to try and get that extra 5-10% out of my body, just to push it to the limit.
Man. Yeah. It just doesn't sound... It sounds like it's just going to be... It's worse for you than it's good for you.
Oh, today it feels like it is. But to be fair, my personal best before I went away for deadlifts was 80 kilos. So this was a very silly idea for me just to go from 80 all the way up to 105.
Yeah.
But I was in the zone. I was full of energy. I had a bit of, I'll tell you what, I should stop drinking this bloody Marashi energy drink. That's sort of thing. I have it before I go to the gym, and I'm like buzzing. It's green apple flavour. It's like having old apple Hubba Bubba.
That's like, I don't know. It feels like to me like just drinking a line of Coke, then going, "Let's go to the gym."
Oh, wow. Pretty much. Honest to God, whenever I've noticed now that when I don't have this drink before going, is my level of the level I do is nowhere near in comparison. So it's just like obviously it's just that extra sugar that just. But even though it's only like 3 calories for the entire drink because it's not like sugar sort of thing. It's weird, but anyway.
Yeah.
But if they want to give me a sponsorship for next season, that'll be helpful because I can do it. So I'm spending so much money on it.
Yeah.
God. But yeah. So I'm looking forward to actually having some time. Well, hopefully I'm able to keep this up while on the holidays because the holidays are coming up now. So I think I've got to kind of. Think about what I'm doing and whatnot, and try and squeeze in some sessions in here and there, sort of thing. But I've got to set up a pool next week.
You know what you should be doing is just doing like the mulch, doing the gardening. Push yourself to actually do the actual garden stuff and the stuff that you need to be doing at home. Because before you know it, you'll probably be lifting more weight than you're actually doing anyway.
Well, I've got the next thing after once we've got this mulch. Once I've got rid of all the mulch on the thing, we've got to get river stones, and I've got to shift probably about 2 or 3 tons worth of
Yeah,
river
why don't you
stones
try to get them over Christmas and then do it that way? Because I reckon that's more of a workout than you, and it's a better workout because you're actually physically doing stuff rather than.
Mm. But yeah, so yeah, we're having some fun at our place, sort of thing, and we're looking forward to the holidays. And we've got my mother-in-law coming. Her and her broomstick will be here from probably January 1st. So looking forward to that.
Okay, I'm clipping that. I'm clipping that foul.
So the fact my mother-in-law and me, we have a very good sense of humor together. You know, we always make these kind of jokes about each other all the time, and we actually, I really like my mother-in-law. She's so cool. So I think I'm able to be me is always good.
I'm just gonna when you said take your broomstick, we need to create a TikTok where it just cuts to the old school what is it, Wicked Witch of the West?
Genie?
No, the Wicked Witch of the West, where she's flying as she's flying through, and Dorothy's looking at her out the window, going like, "What the hell?" That's what I reckon.
Aye. But yeah, so no, we're looking forward to that. She's here with us from January, and that's going to help us out with Edward as well.
So where's she based? I thought she was Kiwi based or New Zealand based.
No, my mum lives over here, but she's all the way up in not in Northland at the moment, but it's even though it's part of Auckland, it isn't. You know, it's like proper right up on the very boundary of what Auckland is. Yeah, but it's like you're talking about 3 or 4 hours from us now.
I was more because it was more because I thought you moved there because of her mum, but it's your mum that you moved there.
No, we moved there because of my mum, and then they're all up that way now, sort of thing, which is fine because for work and stuff, which is okay, and we're all the way down here, but it's great. You know, we've got a little camping trip planned.
Oh, nice.
Forward to that. Very much looking forward to that, because we didn't get to go camping last year because the weather was so terrible. So we didn't get to go at all, sort of things. Well, no, that's a lie. Technically, we went for a night with my dad, but it was like it was a couple of nights with my dad, but it was in a cabin. You know, at a campsite.
That's not camping. Come on, princess.
It's not camping. Although next time, if my dad ever wants to do that again, I'll book him a cabin and I'm staying in a tent. Because dear Lord, I know how badly I snow, and I know where I get it from, which is from my dad. But God,
yeah, because I was talking to my brother about camping because he asked for what they call BCF, which is boating, camping, fishing, and he's been getting into that more. And like he went out and he bought like a 5 or 6 man tent for him and his kids. He wanted to get back into fishing, so I was showing him a few things and stuff. And yeah, it's kind of weird where everybody, like, there's probably been about 6 or 7 people who went, "Do you know much about camping?" I'm like, "Yeah, a little bit." And I've been talking to them, and I'm like, it's just weird that now people are randomly starting to go be like, "I need to go fishing. I need to go camping." I'm like,
yes. One funny thing, right? I was never a camper. I've never really enjoyed it. Never did. And Ellie, obviously, given her childhood and all that, they used to jump into an old Volkswagen camper van and travel up and down France and everything else. So she loves camping.
Hashtag roughing it.
Yeah, hashtag roughing it. It's better, but the best thing about it was, so when we moved there, of course, loads of people are into camping, and I'm like, yeah, no, we're good babes. And we made some friends with our friends now who've moved over to Brisbane, and they've gone to Brisbane now. But they said, you should, they convinced Elle to go camping with Edward, because obviously I think I was at work for something for a week.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't get the time off. And she was like, "Well, do you mind me going?" I went, "No." I said, "It's all right, you go, I'll keep an eye on the dog. That way we don't have to pay for dog sitting and all that crap."
Yeah.
And they went away, and then she got back and she's like, "Oh my God, you're going to have to come next time." And I went, "Why?" She went, "It is the most stunning campsite I've ever been to." And I was like, well, that's a bold statement for a start, because she's been to a lot of places. And so I was like, I don't really. Honestly, come along and try it out and see if you enjoy it. And literally the first time we went, because this is a campsite right in Northland, and it's right on the west coast, and it's not that it's a black site, but it's far enough away from all light pollution that literally in the night, if it's a clear night, and the first night, I think it was like my second night there, I went out to pee, went out to the to the toilet block, and I'm on the way back, and I'm suddenly looking down, and I'm like, why is my shadow out? because it's the middle of the night. There's no lights on. I'm like, why is that? And then realize I look up and the moon wasn't up, but the sky was filled with the galaxy.
Cool.
You know, you could see the Milky Way and everything else. And I was like, oh my god! And I was like, stood there, and then Elle came and touched me in the arm. She went, "Are you coming back to bed?" I went, "Yeah. Sorry, I just got distracted." She went, "You do know you've been gone for an hour." I was like,
"Oh Jesus!"
I literally was stood there. I was, probably I was to the toilet block and back. It was probably about less than 5 minute walk.
Jesus Christ, he's dropping
I was
bombs,
stood
mate.
there staring up at the stars right now. I'm surprised I didn't get eaten to death by mosquitoes.
Jesus.
It was so beautiful. And then literally, I was like, every time we've gone back, and then from there, I got the camping book. Suddenly, I've got the outdoor kitchen, I've got a portable barbecue. I've become that person.
That's awesome.
I hate myself. Why have I bought? I ended up buying a day tent.
A day tent?
And I'm like, yes. Oh no, the day tent. Where you put where you can have all your everything set up for the day, and you don't have to keep getting in and out of your tent. So you've got a day tent. I know it's stupid. I know it's like having a marquee.
Yeah, I was going to say, it just sounds like a marquee.
It's a bit like a marquee, but a marquee's square and very thin. This one's like quite a big, it's a big dome. It's really good, actually.
It just sounds
actually going for a bargain as well. Guy sold it off Trade Me for like $100, and it's like this proper 9-foot size one. It's really good. So yeah, I was very happy with that. So like of an evening sort of thing, when Eddie's gone to sleep in the tent and everything else, we can hang out in there with all the mozzie nets up, so you're not going to get eaten to death.
Yeah.
And all that jazz. That's my only thing when you're in a tent. Is like at night, you're like, oh, I'm sweating, I'm tired. I just want to be outside for 5 minutes, but I don't want to get eaten to death, sort of thing. Because mosquitoes. Since I married Eleanor, I tell you, I became prime juicy steak rib to mosquitoes, and I don't know why. Because I used to never get bitten, but now, oh my god, I'm like a all you can eat buffet that's for free. It's ridiculous. They all come and gravitate towards me. God, it drives you up the wall.
That is bizarre, but cool. I've never heard of a day tent, so that's just like where you set up your kitchen and stuff.
Yeah, so you can set up your kitchen, your picnic tables, your chairs that you lounge about in for the day. So it's the day tent. I've got to find it. I'm about to say it. Oh, I think I've probably got a photo of our one.
Yeah, no, because I've googled it, and it just feels like it's like I'm too precious.
It is a big fancy marquee.
It's like I'm too precious to sit outside, so I'm going to buy another tent that I can sit in, so that the shade and things don't get me. So I've just sent you a photo of one that looks what I've googled, and I'm like, this just seems like I'm too I'm too precious to sit. I don't want to sit in the tent because that's my bedroom. But I want to sit in a tent that's my lounge room.
Basically, that is... it's not my one sort of thing, but yeah, that's pretty much what a day tent is. That's exactly what a day tent is. It's somewhere that you can lounge during the day and just not get everything on you, or it's nice and open.
Why not just
and all
sit in
that
the friggin'... Like, you're outdoors. The whole point of it is enjoying the outdoors.
You don't want to bring all the crap inside to your tent.
Yeah, but you take your shoes off and stuff before you get into the tent.
That doesn't stop crap getting in. That doesn't work.
Oh my god.
It doesn't work. You know it does, and I know it. That doesn't work. God forbid.
I don't know. It just feels a bit like you're being precious.
Well, I'm a precious Englishman. I've got to have my own little fiefdom, my own little castle. So whenever we get it's funny when we get our section given to us. I'm like, I can maximise this space. I'll be within all the boundaries. Don't worry about that.
Architect Jordan comes out where he's like measuring. He's like, okay, sweet. So we have exactly 28 square meters. So that's cool. We can put up 3 day tents, a normal tent. Oh, look, we can also put up a portable rinse shower so my delicate feet don't get dirty. Friggin' hell. Camping with Princess Jordan. Camping with Princess Jordan. Yeah, you hang it from a tree about 3 feet off the ground so you can just put your feet under it and wash it. That is camping with Princess Jordan.
Yes, that sounds good. That sounds like a really genuinely good idea, actually. I might have to steal that one.
You fucked up.
Oh, God.
I call you a fucktard with love, but you fucked hard.
Mm-hmm.
My God.
I know. I love you too, baby. I know. You're gonna miss having our little therapy sessions.
Oh, mate. Well, we went camping on the Murray. It would have been probably about 5 years ago now. but Jules has this massive 10-person tent, so there was like 7 of us in it, and then we pretty much spent the entire time on the Murray fishing for the entire day. And then the girls would just stay in the camp and chill and stuff like that, or they would come over and they'd fish with us, and it was kind of nice. Steve and I would sit there and talk, and then every second day we'd go into town and go to Coles or go to Kmart. Normally we'd go to Coles to buy some food because we only had an esky, but we were roughing it. And then occasionally we found out that myself and Sally used to always go into town, and part of the reason why we always used to go into town was because they had a toilet there. And, so every 2 days, every day you'd be like, I really need to do number 2. And Sally's like, me too. Let's go into the thing. Like, we'd still go in the thing occasionally, but sometimes it was just like, it's easier because I drove most of the time and I'm just like, yeah, this is fun. But, man, we had a ball camping. We were just roughing it. Like, we were in the middle of nowhere. And we didn't have no bullshit day tent or feet washing sink or whatever the friggin' indoor kitchen.
Right, if you
like,
think,
I
if
literally
you think
cooked.
I'm bad,
You know what I cooked on? We got a trolley with an angle grinder, and we took off one side of the trolley, and we got a couple of rocks, set a fire, and I was cooking on that for the entire time. P.S. Sorry, Coles.
Our friends that we used to go camping with, they're the ones who have moved, right? The last time we turned up to, for a get together at the campground, it was because they have one of those big it's not like a leather tent, like the big proper, like the ones you'd sort of see in Harry Potter, the big with the poles.
Like the almost like the old school friggin' medieval
the old school
marquees,
right?
yeah.
It's wheels, they're called wheel skate or oil skate or whatever it is, one of those ones, right?
Yeah.
So we knew that they had that, which is fine. But then this year he said, "Oh, do the kids want?" I said, "I'm going to get." I've realised about 3 or 4 days in, I'm like, "Where's his big eskies?" Because he always have these these massive chili bins, like huge fishing ones. That
chili bin just makes me laugh. Still, I love that. I love chili bin. It just makes me so happy.
It was one of those things that I suddenly realised that there was only the one, and I thought, "Hang on, he's been here for a week. Where's the other? Because he used to always fill out this massive 9-foot trailer of his sort of thing with all the gear, and I'm like, where's the other ones? It's a bit weird. And then I was like, and then I sort of said, just curiously. And then he went inside and then came out into his tent, and then he came back out, and he had ice pops for the kids, like ice
lollies or whatever they're called,
like ice lollies for kids, and he's handing them out, and I'm like, where'd you get them from? He said, from the fridge. I went. Me thinking that he meant the fridge is in, maybe he's put them inside this year, thinking nothing of it. And I was like, oh, okay. I said, I'm surprised they've lasted. It's been a hot couple of days, man. Well, of course they last. The freezer was working. I was like, hang on. When you said fridge, do you mean a fridge? He went, yeah. I was like, I said, nah, you haven't got a fridge in the tent. He went, yeah, I've got a fridge in the tent.
Like a proper fridge.
And here's me thinking, right? I was like, all right, thinking, mini fridge, tiny
like a little bar fridge you can chuck in the back of a car.
No, he's got a full fridge, not American size, but like a normal standard size fridge, right? And I was like, why? And he went, listen, right, guy I knew, he moved to Australia, right? He had a storage unit. And he was going to let it expire because he originally thought he was coming back, and then he wasn't. And he was like, right, I need to get rid of all the crap in the storage unit. So he contacted me to go down and pull out some things that he needed sent, obviously. And I was like, yeah, okay. And then he asked me to get rid of all the rest of the stuff. And I was like, okay, that's fine, cool. He said, but he had this fridge, right, the one I've got here, and he didn't realise that something was left in there, and it went bad, and blah, 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 blah. I was like, okay, all right. He said, so sold it to me for $25. I was there with the pressure washer. It was brand spanking new by the time I was there for $25. And I was like, oh my God. I said, so hang on, you've carted this thing all the way up from Hamilton to Hatfield, so that way you've got perfectly cold beers and frozen stuff all the time. And yeah, pretty much.
To be fair, though, it's $25.
I said, so this is your camping fridge? You went, yeah, absolutely. I said, I am now always going to buy a powered site so I can take this thing with me. I was like, right.
Wow.
It was just like, I was like, wow. I mean, I thought, here's me being bougie with a day tent. Because he's got one as well. But it's like, here's me being a bit bougie with a day tent and my big chili bin. No, what-ups.
Jesus Christ.
I've got my fridge.
9 times out of 10, we don't even have power on our sites. Like, I think there's only been a couple of times. I think there's only been once that I went camping and we actually had power. We weren't even in a campsite. Like, we literally camp in the bush. And you guys are getting friggin' fridges and stuff.
No, this is the thing. When we've gone, we've never gone on a powered site. We've always been on the non-powered one. You know, all our lanterns are solar powered, and you know. And to be fair, Ellie picked up the what was it? A couple of months back actually. She picked up like a small portable solar panel, so we can plug in our devices to charge them up. Because the only other way we charge it up is when we're in the car driving to and from. Yeah. And I have a power bank and sort of thing, so it's like. So it's constantly charging a power bank and charging something else just to try and keep things alive.
Jesus.
But yeah, but she said I found a little solar panel because the one I wanted is like it's a bit of a big piece of kit, but of course it packs some wallop, and the one's about this big. But it'll do the job. You know, it looks like it'll do the job. I said, right, well, we'll see how it goes, and we'll go from there. But I said, you know which one I got my eye on. But I'll tell you one thing: what happens when you go camping? What is it about you get camper envy? Okay, people turn up and they've got a bit of kit, or they've got there's this one RV, right? It was a trailer that folded out to become a home, and it had everything. It had literally this entire thing. It was like a military operation. The guy pulled in, reversed in, pegged it down, and suddenly it's like folds out, you know, it becomes this nice big home, and then there's a solar panel that he puts out, and I was like, looks quite nice that. And he's got all these little cubby holes for where he's suddenly pulling out different tools and doing different things, and I was like, L. And then she was like, you are absolutely not buying a tent trailer for no reason other than just because you like the look of it. I'm like, what?
Mate, I just can't get over that personally. Yeah, like I don't normally get into that. Like, I mean, like, all I want is a decent tent, and that's pretty much it.
But yeah, I honestly, God, I don't know what it is. Whenever I go camping, someone's doing something that I go, oh, that's a good idea. I want one of them. Because that's the reason why I got a day tent. The only reason I got a day tent is because I saw several people using them, and I thought, actually, it's quite useful. Just being able to sort of not have to live inside of my own tent, which is like a sweatbox, especially in the height of summer, and it's like... You know, unless you're one of those lucky sods who manages to get a section underneath a tree, which then you're going to deal with all the bloody everything else falling off the tree during the night. But at least it's shady during the day, sort of thing. But yeah, anyway,
that is still kind of random.
But anyway, what about you, Paul? What are you doing for the holidays? Are you doing anything fun?
No, it's kind of nice. No, I've got nothing planned. So we've got we have a Christmas thing on the 26th or 27th, mainly because my brother's going to Mount Martha with his partner's family. So we've got something on the 23rd, and then absolutely nothing. So Cherish and I are going to go picnic blanket. She wants to grab my laptop so she can watch movies and go out to nature. I'm like, what? So she wants to walk down in a park if the weather's nice, just have a little bit of a picnic. But she also wants a TV there so she can have...
What, are you going to have some shrimps on a barbie?
I don't know. Well, no, because last few times we haven't. So, I mean, last year I made this massive fruit platter. I made a whole side of salmon. Made a whole side of salmon with just a nice fresh salad because that's what she felt like. We had a whole heap of fruit and different things. So yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know what she wants, but I'm like, let's see what happens because I think it'd be cool.
Because obviously this is our first year in the house.
Oh yeah, of course.
So we literally said that we're not going anywhere this year. We're having a chill Christmas and lots of because there's generally a big family and friend get together with my mum's lot and her friends and their kids and all that jazz. And so we said, all right, well, because no one's dictated anything. So we said, hi, we would like to host, because we obviously want to be very selfish and not travel. And we're like, we're happy to host and all this jazz. But then lots of people are not available this year and all this stuff. So it's kind of gotten cancelled. And I was like, oh no, what a shame. You mean I don't have to be a good host?
Yeah.
I just have to look after us lot. What a shame. But now we've some of the neighbours round us, because obviously we're becoming great friends with the neighbours, even though you mocking me about being a social butterfly yesterday for that.
I was mocking you because you look like Christmas had thrown up on you, and then you came to this podcast looking like Christmas had thrown up on you even more.
I know, it's great. Oh, you got to come on! You got to dig the Hawaiian Santa vibe.
Well, to be fair though, this is going to be a Christmas where you're actually going to have like a proper Christmas where it's going to be hot as balls.
Well, yeah, especially in comparison to no, I don't think we can have any Christmas. Oh no, I can't. I shouldn't. I can't say this. I can't say it. If I put that thought out into the ether will punish me for it. So I better not.
Yeah.
But yeah, last year was a bit of a cop out. It was really bad, really bad last year. But I mean, we had that the cyclone came in a couple of days afterwards, so it wasn't bad on the day per se, but you could sort of, the winds were up and everything else. Suddenly we got the worst of it a couple of days later, so it was bad.
Yeah.
But as one thing that I've already worked out is that I will know it will rain on my birthday, because it always does.
Because it's Boxing Day,
no matter
naturally.
what country I'm in or wherever, it always rains on my birthday, always does, sort of thing. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
in fact, this year Ellie has to work my birthday this year, which is for the first time in quite a while she has to work on my birthday, and so she's feeling really bad and apologetic.
Absolutely
and I was like, why? That's fine. And she's like, yeah, but I feel bad. I said, but what? Sure, well, you have to look after the boy. I said, what? No, I don't have to look after the boy. The boy's going to be looking after me. And she went, what do you mean? I said, it's my birthday. Remember, birthday rules apply. What birthday boy wants, birthday boy gets.
And birthday boy is going to be shit-faced by 9 a.m.
Pretty much, yeah. If you know what I'll say, I'm gonna wake up. I'm actually thinking I want a steak breakfast, steak and eggs.
Didn't we do that when you were down for Magic?
Oh, when we came over for the GP.
Yeah. I took him to this cool little place in the casino, and they had like a steak and eggs kind of breakfast. Yeah, that's right, lumberjack. Yeah. That was quality.
Yeah, I'm planning on having a lumberjack breakfast. Oh, because why? Well, why not? Why not? I'm about to say I'm turning the ripe old age of 38. So so I have to.
As my saying often goes, treat yourself, because sometimes
I am definitely going to treat myself.
Because sometimes you just got to treat yourself.
So I'm about to say, so Eddie overheard the remarks of, I'm doing what now? And I said, yeah, you're my little helper for the.
You're my little
correct language while we're broadcasting.
Helper.
He's my little helper for the day, but as I'm sure everyone who can understand the other word I did use, but that'll probably get us banned on YouTube and Spotify. So helper. He's going to be my helper for the day.
Yes. No,
and he said that's
Jordan
unfair.
Jordan
he didn't say it was very unfair, but his mother reminded him about what he had on his birthday and what we were being made to do, and he's like, but that's different.
Naturally. I was going to say, Jordan is in no way affiliated with Nike, so he will not. It's not child labour; it's helper.
It's not child labour. Oh, believe you me, I've got a list of things I could think of him doing. My car needs a good clean out for a start.
Three tons of river rock are going to be delivered. Good luck, son. There we go.
Honest to God, I am there's like a list of things that I keep thinking of, and I'm like, is that too cruel? Is that too cruel?
If you have to ask it, yes, it's probably too cruel.
Yeah, if I'm questioning myself of, is that a bit too mean? I think it's well beyond the fact that it is probably very mean. Anyway.
Too mean.
But God forbid. But so I'm looking forward to my birthday, and then although normally on my birthday I have a birthday tradition where I go to watch a movie, like I go to the cinema sort of thing to watch a movie, and not very impressed with the movies that are going to be out this year.
No, that's because obviously my birthday's coming up also, and the same thing. Cherish and I will often go see a movie. We'll go out for dinner. We'll have a day together, and I'm like, there's John Woo's new movie that's called Silent Night. Which
that does look good. Yes,
that looks good.
Thank you for putting me onto that the other day, because that does look really good.
But even then, like, that comes out, I believe it might come out Thursday, I think, or it might be out. No, I think it may have come out this Thursday in Australia. But even then, I'm like, it doesn't really feel like a Christmas film. If that
the problem is as well, I've got the boy, So I can't take him. Obviously, the set. I have to take him to an age-appropriate movie as well.
Yeah, John Woo probably doesn't make a lot of movies that are age appropriate.
Yeah. I mean, there is. I mean, there is.
Wish.
No, there is Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. I don't know if I want to go see that.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know if I really don't know if I want to go see it. And to be fair, Migration's another one, but that just looks awful.
I don't know. Like I do think that I will eventually see that, but yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna see it at the movies. Like I'm like. I'm interested in the first one. I absolutely loved, but I just feel like DC now are literally gone. Well, these ones are already in the work. Let's just kind of get them done so we can start on the new one. And it just feels
I reckon so as well. I think that they've obviously we know that they've got James Gunn for the next what is it, rebranding? Is it rebranding?
I guess that's probably the best way to put it.
So that will be interesting. I mean, to be fair, I did find the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League was way better than they should have left him alone personally, but God forbid, God forbid. Yeah. We understand. Hollywood has to interfere. They can't let people do what they need to do. So yeah.
I don't know. Like I'm like I want it to be good. Because I really did enjoy it. But then I'm afraid, though, that even if it is good, is Jason Momoa already finished because they're pretty much just trying to get rid of the tenure? Or, I don't know, like, I'm just afraid they're phoning it in. And I think that's the problem, is right now it feels like they're just phoning in what's left before James Gunn can get his teeth stuck into it. Like,
yeah, which is kind of what I'm thinking about it as well. I mean... about to say, to be fair, it seems as though the movie choices aren't great for me. I was actually thinking, well, maybe I just sit down and select up the three or four movies that I haven't watched that I normally watch every year. Yeah. Like, Transformers, the original animated one and stuff like that. Maybe a couple of episodes of MASH, and stuff like that.
MASH is always a good watch. I did that when I got back from the UK. I was really severely jet lagged, so my sleep was all over the shop. And what I ended up doing was I ended up coming home. Obviously moved in with my mum for a couple of weeks until I found a place, and she had MASH, so I literally just watched all 11 series of MASH, which was
I've got the DVDs. I've got all the DVDs. I will say, and occasionally I just binge season 1 all the way through, and I can't. I tend to start off with the movie just because it was an okay movie. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. But then you watch the series, and the series is just really good, I think. So I just love the series.
Yeah.
But I'm a binge watcher sort of thing. Yeah. I like to once I find a show, I like to watch all of it in one go.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. And then the problem becomes is when I discovered that there's another season.
Yeah. That's
that's what goes wrong. But yeah.
No, but I don't know. Like, but it is a weird time of year, and I feel like the last few years we've seen a few things. Like I think we saw Scream one year. We watched some animated films because both Cherish and I like animated films, so it's kind of cool to see those. But like this year, I'm like, there's nothing that really goes, wow, I really want to see that. Or let me rephrase that, I really want to spend $60 on buying just movie tickets and a Coke.
Yeah.
Like, it's just ridiculous. Not to mention, I know that, for example, I've already seen the first few cams come out on different sites from it. The Marvels just came out, but it's still on at the movies here. And I'm like, sometimes I'm like, I'm going to spend $60, or I could just wait probably a month before it's out on TV.
No, Ellie asked me that question because obviously I think I was away. I can't remember when. I think it was when I was down in Christchurch for the week. For the weekend, and that was, I think I got released that weekend. I was like, "Ooh, that's something to do." And Ellie went, "Absolutely not! You're not going to see it without me." And I was like, "Okay." I'll say because normally with movies, normally I can suggest something, and she's like, "Yeah or nay." But this, when I said that, and she's like, "Absolutely not." I'm like, "Oh, okay, all right. I won't be going to see it then."
I've been told,
and that's the reason why I ended up going to the calls instead. Because I was like, "Well, I've got to find something to do."
Such a random thing to do. Like, I need to find something to do. Oh, the calls are in town. I'll just go see them.
Well, literally, I was talking. It was the only reason I knew is because I was talking to the branch manager who I was going to audit, and obviously he knew I was down there for the weekend because I was going to go to the other site on the Monday, and why fly all the way back for like less than 2 days to then fly back? And I'm like, yeah, no. It made more sense that, because obviously that's going to cost the company way more money. So I was just like, yeah, it's easier to stay down for the weekend.
Yeah.
And yeah, I ended up just I just said, oh, what is there anything going on in town? Because obviously this is before I found out that the Pokemon event was on, the Garchomp Mega Day thing. Because that actually took up loads of time, and actually after all the walking I did, I was like, I can't believe I've got to go and stand for a concert.
I just can't believe how many people you can find playing Pokemon. No matter where I post, where I look, I can never find like groups and stuff to get together, and I don't understand.
It's because you're not blessed like I am. I just wander around, I get to know people, sort of thing. I mean, it was funny when I did the Rayquaza Day in bloody Petersfield, because I just managed to be. Luckily, we were like, oh, we're going to be Ellie's mum's that week. And I was like, great. And I said to Elle, she was like, yep, whatever you want to do. And to be fair, when we got to that part of the holiday, Ellie was like, actually, you know what? You want to take yourself off for the day? I went, yes. She went, that'll be quite nice. We can have a little bit of breather space between us. I went, yeah, absolutely, Dave. Babes. No worries.
I'm here to help you, babe. I'm here to make sure that you're looked after.
Hey.
If you want it, I'm here for it. Not telling you.
It was one of those that, hey, marriage is about give and take, and let's be honest, Ellie takes a lot of shit off me. Okay, she needs a breather. She needs a breather.
But I love that her breather is you going out and doing something that you enjoy anyway, and it's more like, I just don't want to do that. So you go and do it yourself, and we'll call it a separation day.
Yeah. Hey, what is it? What do they say? Absence makes the heart grow fonder, Dez. And speaking of absence, we're right at the end of the episode, because it seems that I'm going to be nice and not make sure we drag it out too badly for Des to edit. But we want to say a big thank you. This has been a really big year for us. This has been our first proper year, and obviously 40 episodes is nothing to shirk at. That means we only missed out on 12 episodes for the year.
Which is not bad, considering that we take a couple of weeks off for Christmas, and you were away for, 6 weeks?
I was away, yeah. So we took a couple of weeks off for Christmas, and I was away. I was gone for 6 weeks out of the year.
And I honestly think that it was literally just you being away for 6 weeks, i.e. in the UK, and then I think it wasn't it moving or something? Was the other week where you didn't have the internet for a couple of weeks?
Yep, pretty much.
And then obviously Christmas. Damn, we did all right.
We've done actually quite well for ourselves. I'm very proud of ourselves. But yeah. But we're also very proud of all our subscribers and all our listeners. We want to say a big thank you to you all. It's been really good. It's honestly, we don't do this for money. If there was money in it, it would be great. But
my bank of details are Derek at 1234. No.
But we actually do this just because we actually enjoy. I mean, me and Dez are long-term content creators at this point, I think.
Yeah,
sort of thing.
And I've been doing it about 10 years.
This is a project that we've actually got our teeth sunk into that we find longevity and able to enjoy, which is quite nice.
And we're glad that other people are enjoying it. That's the biggest shock more than anything.
I think we're more shocked that people actually will listen to us and listen to all our nonsense every week. I mean, God forbid, it's just, I find it hilarious that people are actually willing to listen to us. But
Jordan has made the big promise that we're getting a new intro, according to him.
I am. And while we're going to be on our little break, I've already got music ideas for the intro and stuff like that. So I've been quietly working behind the scenes and on picking out the songs I want to use.
So if you love the old intro and the new one you hate, it's all on Jordan.
Listen. I'm willing to take feedback on board. People can post comments in the videos. Here on Spotify, and they can let me know, okay, and we can go from there. But yeah, apart from that, we want to say obviously big thank you to all long-term listeners, all to the new listeners. Thank you for following us and everything else. Thank you to all the likes and all the shares. Everything else, it's always great. And yeah, we're very much excited to have a little break, get ourselves all rejuvenated and refreshed, and then come back with kick-ass energy. And season 3, it will be season 3, Des. Season 3.
That is scary, man. We've run longer than Firefly. Take that, Josh Whedon. Except for Nathan Fillion.
And on that beautiful note, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you do like, share, and subscribe, and do whatever you can to help our podcast. It's podcast and the vidcast. Everything you do does help with all the algorithms, so thank you very much. Much love. Peace out.
And I think the last thing to do is for Hans Gruber to send us out to a very beautiful Christmas to everybody that's listening, or holidays, depending on what you're doing. But Hans Gruber, take it away.
That's not a hostage.